Galactic Update.
Hi, and welcome back to another webisode of the Galactic Update. I am your host, Danielle, and this is John Henry. We are here to tell you about the new comics this week, and I'm going to start you off with Hit Girl, OMG, Issue 3. So the Hit Girl series is going really well so far. Her and Kick-Ass are teaching each other things in high school and in the world of beating up guys. Hit Girl is not doing so well in high school right now, but she's going to kick some butt and triumph. So keep them tuned.
Alright, Ozymandias 3 from Before Watchmen. The art is done by Jay Lee, who might possibly be the greatest artist in comics, period, maybe. He also did all the work on the early Dark Tower series. It's just completely unmatched, and it's quite gorgeous. Other than that, in this issue, Ozymandias finally meets the comedian for the first time, but more importantly, Dr. Manhattan, which is super creepy.
Aquaman 0. I chose to read this because everyone I know makes fun of Aquaman. I said, why? He's freaking hot. So this is great. If you don't know Aquaman at all, you need to get Zero and get to know him. He's like, hey, I'm just this hot surfer guy. Oh wait, Atlantis. I'm the king. Oh my god. So definitely the artwork's beautiful. It's underworld. It's like under the water. It's magical and beautiful. So don't disregard Aquaman.
Give Aquaman a chance.
Totally.
Superman number 0. Back in the past, Jor-El discovers that Krypton is dying, that his wife is pregnant, and that there's a deep-rooted Kryptonian conspiracy to destroy the universe. And somehow Superman watches it all while time traveling.
Typical. Voodoo 0. I couldn't pass up a title called Voodoo. Who could? It's pretty great. This girl doesn't think she's very special. See her? Totally is special. So special they clone her. So find out what's going to happen with those two crazy girls.
The Dark Knight, issue 0. Young Bruce Wayne's belief that his parents' death was actually a high-up corporate assassination leads him to an even darker discovery.
Adventure Time! For all your Adventure Time needs when you don't have the cartoon in front of you. I read it all the time because I've only seen season 1 and I'm obsessed with it.
I also love Adventure Time.
Yeah, we fought for that one.
It's the greatest cartoon ever. Justice League Dark, number 0. John Constantine. I love John Constantine. If you guys aren't familiar, he is really into magic and battling creatures of the dark arts, that sort of thing. In this issue, he goes to New York to find, quote, real magic, and falls in with all the guys that will eventually become Justice League Dark.
Nice. Captain Marvel. I've been obsessed with this series since number 1. We're already on 4. Time flies. You know what else flies? Time travel. And Captain Marvel. It's really great. So, she's a badass. They're going back in time. No cleavage.
No cleavage.
It's so good, too, without the cleavage. It's not distracting. There's other girls with cleavage, you know, whatever. But she's baller, and I've gotten a lot of people to shop into this. It's going really well, and I hope everyone else does, too. And then we come in, we'll talk about it. It'll be great.
Comic books that respect women. Next, The Goon. I love The Goon. It's a very, very fun comic, a very fun project. I met Eric Powell at Comic-Con. He's a super nice guy. He writes and draws it, so it's completely his baby. 30s style prohibition gangster fights zombies and other undead gangster types that want to muscle in on his turf. I can't say enough good things about the series. Super fun, and I urge everyone to read it.
And we have all the volumes at Galactic Comics, so come on in. Number 1, Rose Thorn. So that's Rose, that's Thorn. It's great. If you like Fables, you'll probably like this too. She reminds me a lot of Rose Red, you know, lots of attitude. So basically the same person. It's a split personality disorder, not the real one, but you know, the fun fictional kind. and they have a mystery solved, and even though they don't like each other, and even though they're the same person, they'll have to work together to find out how their father died.
Alright, latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So if you guys are familiar with the old comics from the 80s, they're way sillier and way weirder than the movies. This one's got those little brain guys from the other dimension that are in the big like mechanical super bodies that are trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, rule the city or destroy the world or conquer other dimensions.
They have egos.
Yeah, and standard Ninja versus Foot Clan stuff, and Master Splinter is interjected in there, dropping Buddhist principles on the boys. Very heartfelt. Alright, and finally, for this week's edition of Why Don't You Love This Book Yet, I'm doing The Boys. If you aren't familiar, The Boys might just be the greatest comic ever created. It's about to end. The series is about to end. It's basically the ultimate anti-hero book, and I really can't go into detail without it being incredibly lewd and risque.
But you know how you're thinking all those superheroes, like, how are they such goody two-shoes? They're not all goody two-shoes.
And The Boys is a group of individuals formed by the CIA to monitor and basically keep all the superheroes in check. And it is possibly the most metal comic book ever created. Big fan of it, and it's about to end, which we've all been waiting for a long time. Garth Ennis, who's quite famous for The Preacher and many other things, and Derek Robertson, who did all the art for Transmetropolitan, which is also one of my favorites. Please read The Boys.
Thank you, and that concludes our number 2 webisode of the Galactic Update!
Thanks, guys.